Oh, holy macaroni. What's up, AF? Um, I'm testing some stuff out, so it might be really choppy. Not quite sure. We'll find out here shortly. Yeah, it seems like it's really, really choppy on my end because I'm running something different here. Shoot, I might have to end this recording because I have something turned on that isn't typically turned on, and we'll have to restart this thing. I might have to figure out what the heck I am doing. Auto stop. I'll be right back, AF. I got some goofy stuff going on right now. It's really, really choppy, and it doesn't need to be choppy. So I'll be right back, guys. Maybe I can just stop recording. Maybe that's what my issue is. We'll see if that does anything for us. I don't need to record anything. And we're still live, which is fine. That light is very bright today. Yeah, we are like... That is crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. And I can't turn that down while I'm recording. Output. See if that does anything. I'm on AV1 encoding, but I don't know why. We'll just leave it on auto. Okay. Because everything seems like it's buffered out now. Okay, I think we got everything, figured out. We'll try that here in a little bit. See if any of that stuff works. All right, well, I think it seems like everything's working now, right? Yeah, I'm not like dropping a humongous amount of frames. Wow, that was crazy. All right, guys, we're live on both vertical and horizontal. How's everybody doing? Okay, well, yeah, today's live stream, we're gonna get some wheat harvested and trying to get it baled and get some preparation going for the cattle because they have nothing over here. They have nothing in their barn. Typically, like in 2020, the FS22, I believe this barn was full of bales, hay bales, straw bales, grass bales, stuff like that. So, what's up, Basketball Legend? How's it going? This is Farming Simulator 25. If you guys do want to watch the horizontal, there is a horizontal video or live stream going on as well. If you guys are joining on the vertical stream, I should probably link. Give me one quick second there, guys. I will link the horizontal stream. I gotta find the right one here. Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Okay, we'll share that link, and then we'll go here. Go to my chat. I need to open up. I got 2 streams, and I don't know which one's which. I'm assuming. I'm assuming everybody's on that one. Let's do this. That is not wanting to work for me. Give me 1 second here, guys. We will eventually get this all figured out. Go here. We'll go here. There, that might work better for you guys. Okay. This. V. Oh, come on. Come on, man. All right. Not ink, link. Had caps locks on. Da 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 da. I can't spell today, guys. I cannot spell whatsoever. It's not working for me today. Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Ba-da-da-dum. We'll eventually get this, guys. We will eventually get this. Do 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 do. Oh my good lord. That's not how you spell horizontal. My good Lanta. Da 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 da. That's still not how you spell it. Not one bit. Why? Okay, guys, I'm struggle bussing. I'm just gonna leave it. I am going to leave it as is. That's not good. It's too early in the morning for me, even though. All right. Yeah, we're just standing here for right now, but yeah, we'll eventually get moving here. All right, there we go. Oh, I need to switch that back to all chat so then I can see all of it. All right, guys. Elma's Missouri. We kind of had to redo a restart. We did have a live stream previously on this, and we kind of had to restart stuff up because the creator of the map fixed some stuff and re-downloaded and gave it to the people that are on his Patreon. It's not quite updated yet, I don't believe, on the mod hub. What's up, Weston? What's up, my friend? Why is this thing going so slow? Goodness gracious. How was the ending to your guys' live stream? I was in bed. I went to bed. What's up, Midwest? All right, so we need to go down and start harvesting some of this wheat down here, get some straw swath going. That way we can get some straw for the cattle. Get that going as well. The other thing we need to do is we need to check out the baling situation. The old Dell John Deere. This is the starting stuff that you get on this map. The only thing that I do not really care for on this map is you can't, like let's say I didn't want to have the farm that I'm on right now, and I clicked on do not have starting farm, the farm disappears. Oh, we're gonna run over the corn. Dang it. I was trying to read chat. I was trying to read you guys, and I ran the corn over. Thanks. The rest went well, and AF had come and help us, which sped it up. Yeah, those were some big fields you guys had there. Pretty big fields. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, all this stuff is starting equipment from the from the starting farm itself. So we're just gonna roll with it for right now. Probably should unfold all of this. What do you guys think? Yeah, those are big fields, big fields. If you guys are watching on the horizontal or the vertical live stream, I do have a horizontal one going as well. So maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. Weston, are you on you're on the vertical. Do that. I think it posted and everything, but the, ouch. Do. There we go. One's horizontal, one's vertical. Maybe 6 feet. All right, let's get this guy going. He needs to start butterkeen. I gotta make sure I got my straw swath on, which I think I just turned it on. We'll find out here shortly. Oh yeah, got the straw swath on. You just swap to the horizontal. Good, very good. Yeah, the vertical basically just helps with like pulling people in that's maybe hasn't seen stuff before. So yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of done it. I did also have Twitch enabled, but I changed it because I didn't have a whole lot of people on Twitch for my live streams, basically. I want to get Courseplay going. Open up that menu. Let's see. Wages, automatic repair, don't repair, evil threshold, AI, broken threshold, start stop, open HUD with mouth, fuel saver, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Call unloader. Let's do this. Field work, and we want to number of headlands. We want 2. What else do we got here? That might be it. So let's start. I want to get him started on this. Load course. Back. And whoops, shoot. Y'all dying it. Let's do this. Where did my stuff go? That one right there. Generate course. Because I want 2 headlands. There we go. And nearest waypoint. Did that do anything for us? It did. Nice. Very nice. All right, now we can go and run and grab some different stuff. We'll let him kind of pick away at what he's doing. We're going to go hop in this tractor quick. We do need to go to the store. And I don't even think we have a truck on this map, like a starting truck. I'm not sure if we do. I don't think so. But I would like to maybe get a different mower. Because I've tested this stuff out with like Courseplay. Because Courseplay will help us with the baling aspect of things. And we don't have to do the long stuff. So I'm thinking about maybe selling that mower. That tedder. We could maybe keep the windrower. Maybe we get rid of that and we get the king rake. We could go look at that. We could go maybe possibly just get the king rake. But I do need. We only have 250,000, so we got to be kind of sparingly with what we have. Let's see. We could go with the Parker wagons. Where are the wagons? Maybe we don't go with the Parker wagons. Maybe we would go with the do I not have them on here? Right there. The Brent. The 640s. We could get 2 of these. So the question is, guys, should we do like the financing side of things where you can finance it and purchase it that way over like a course of time? 1 year, 5%, $17.50 a month? Or do we just end up buying it? Not quite sure. I do know I want to sell this stuff though. I want to sell. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I want to keep that baler for right now, at least. Right there. Yeah, let's sell that sucker because we don't want it. Sell you, and we're gonna get a different mower. Not quite sure what mower yet, but we'll look. Do we get rid of the windrower and the tedder? I want to keep this windrower because if I do grass, we don't want to change that stuff up, but I don't need this tedder. Let's sell you. Okay. Now let's back out and let's go. Why? No, that's not the buttons I want. It's not the buttons. Windrowers, where did you go? Here? That's a tedder. That's what we want right there. We're going to purchase you. We're going to buy. Yes. And then I think for that stuff, I think we go with the, no, I really like the 7140s. 890 series. What do we have on the used market? Because we do have the used market deal too, so we could buy from there as well. I have not taken out some of these stuff out of here. Hey, there's a baler, but we don't need that quite yet. We need a truck. Get that Dodge. I'm thinking we go with the 7140, 7150, 71 series case. Just be able to pull some of that stuff. Hey, look, we got a partially used wagon we could purchase. We could purchase that. We don't need a tarp. Tires look goofy on that one. I don't know if that... Where'd my mouse go? All right, this game has been jacked up since the update a little bit. I can't seem to find my mouse, and I can't back out of the game. Let's see what happens here. It's like it's frozen. Yeah, I physically cannot back out of the game. That's a bunch of baloney. My escape button is not working. I cannot leave. Damn it, man. It's 12:30 a.m. I'm going to bed. Hey, you have a good night, Weston. You have a good night, sir. Why can I not? It's like the game's not letting me do what I want it to do. And I can't like... Boy. Come on. I will. All right, guys, what do we do here? Because I can't physically... Like, it's not letting me enter anything. I might have to, like, Alt F4 this thing. Yeah, it's not letting me do any of this stuff. That's crap. All right, well, we'll Alt F4 this crap, and we'll reload it. All right, well, we got that going now. So let's hop back into... We don't even have anything saved, so... Dang it, man. Did not even save. So we'll just start 250 just like we had been. And Elma. There we go. All right, well, hey, that's sometimes unfortunate. Would say we have been unprepared for this. Just having little issues here and there. No big deal. We'll work through it. Boom. Do. Oops. Quit bothering me, people. Sorry guys, work has messaged me for a quick second. Okay. Do, do, do. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, well, back to square one. We need to go get the combine out. All right, so I know we got a couple things we want to do first. So let's actually just hop back into our stuff here, and we're gonna sell the. Where did you go? Where did you go? Right there. We're gonna sell this mower. Yes. We'll go with something different. I'll get rid of that. Yes. And we'll get rid of that. Yes. Okay, so we have all of that stuff. Now we need to hop in and take a look and see what we have for used equipment. What were we looking at? We were looking at like a wagon, right? A wagon and possibly a different tractor that we could possibly use there. So let's go look at that quick. Let's see here. There was a tractor earlier when we were looking. That, or was it the wagon? Might have been the wagon. And there's only one of those. Ah, man, I don't know. I think we go with one of these though. Where did you go? Right here. Let's go with one of these things. I like the old school look of this thing right here. Right there. We don't need no stinking license plate. Now we could buy this outright. I think we could. I think we just buy that. That will suffice us, I think. That's not too bad of a purchase, 34,000, so let's just buy that. That'll seem to work just fine. Okay. Now I need a. Now where the heck did my frickin' mouse go? All right. Apparently I'm just using my arrow key buttons now. So, let's go with that one. All right. Now my mouse come back. All right. That thing looks fine. So that's 35,000. Not too bad of a purchase price for that. We got a balance of 265. Okay. Why can't I get out of this stinking thing? Tab. Can I? How do I do this? Guys, why is my I can't escape from this thing. Enter. Okay. So can I just do one of these things? Can I completely? There are no listings. What? What is going on here, guys? I cannot escape from this menu. Has anybody else been having issues since the update? Like I can't. Yeah, it's not like it's not working for me here. Hit the tilt key. Yeah, it's telling me there's a bunch of running Lua method update, running Lua warning. Smooth list element Lua 873. How do you scroll up on your dev controls? Can you move your way up? Yeah, it's saying like Lua method update data script smooth list element Lua 873. This is the first time I've had this issue because I was messing around with this page up. Okay. Where's my page up? There we go. Spot no trees found. Characters warnings. It's basically kind of telling me a Lua era of 873 is what the big one is. Armstead mod 4440 cannot be common vehicle data. Yeah, Lua thing of. Yeah, 8. It looks like the major one is the Lua 873, the smooth list element Lua. That's basically the error that the main one I'm getting. Yeah, I don't even know how to fix those things, but it's just a Lua era element, smooth list element Lua 873 attempt to compare file or to compare null. Nil. Oh, that's what the thing is telling me right there. Now I can't even. La 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 la. So let's try. Can we do something like this? Eat and then try. I don't know. I can't move. I just spawned out of this. So we had to Alt F4 last time. That was the kicker. I have no control over these pages. Yeah, this is an updated version of the map that came from his Patreon page. More than likely. More than likely. I have not even gone through my mods folder. Yeah, I haven't even gone through my mods folder yet to take out some of the stuff. Which kind of sucks. But at the same time, let's see if we can do this here. Those are broken since the update. All right, so I got to pop them out of there. Let's see. Let's try this. Where did you go? Yeah, I don't have auto drive on there right now. That's the one I don't have. Oops. We'll launch it back up, and I just took auto or course play out. We'll relaunch it, see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we go play some American Truck Sim or something. All right, well, we'll try this again. The problem is I got 406 mods because, like I said, I haven't gone through and pulled a bunch of stuff out yet. So there's a lot of mods in here that could possibly be breaking the game. I'm gonna need to go get some more coffee. Yeah, so like last night I was messing around on Elma doing some baling and I was picking up the straw, and it unloaded the first bale, and then it was like everything got frozen. I couldn't get out of the tractor wouldn't move. It was like it was just sitting there. Okay, well, let's just hop in this stinking tractor. Script error. Drive by 0 error. Lua call stack. Farm sim mod. Extreme sales on locker. So that could be doing... that could be it. Maybe we need to take that off. The extreme use sales. There, you can see a little bit better. Finished placeables. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Do. All right, that was the used extreme stock market. Like I said, I have so many mods in here. I need to go through them. Is what I need to do. Bum. Yeah, more than likely that's what's probably doing it. Like I keep saying, I haven't even taken the shit out of there yet. I need to do that, but just haven't. Be able to open XML file, farm sim mod, Maclomodding, January building mod. All right. 6th time is the charm. Now I got less mods. Got 2 less mods now. Compiling shaders. It says we can start. Okay. Yeah, now I'm not seeing any errors. What's that one? Corn dryer. XML file. Liquid tank, fertilizer, liquid tank. Yeah, corn dryer. Which we're not going to be using that mod, so maybe that's not going to even be affecting. Maybe that won't affect anything. Maybe. We'll find out. All right, let's go grab the combine again. I think we have cattle in there already. Oh God, what are we hitting? What are we stuck on? Goodness gracious. All right, let's get this thing pulled down to the field. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Need to make a road from this point back around this corner because there's really not a path without going between the bins, which is kind of silly. Yeah, no, we're figuring we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Not because I'm driving a John Deere. That's probably the case. All right, there we go. We're gonna need to grab a big square baler. Yeah, I know. This is just the starting stuff on the map. I could have gone through and bought different stuff, but we'll eventually maybe just trade it in for something different. We could just trade it in for different. Wonder if that slurry tank back there got updated and fixed or working. I would imagine it has, since it's been on the farm, the mod hub. But maybe it's not functional yet. Maybe that's something he's still working on? I don't know. Last time I played, that wasn't a functional thing. We could check it. I know we have some cows. I don't even know what we have for cows in the barns there. There isn't too many. We have some sheep. I think, yeah, we got some sheep, cows. I think there's some horses up there. I don't even know how to ride the horses. Every time I hear that bird, I think there's something squeaking on the equipment. Does anybody else do that? They hear the birds chirping in there, and it's like it sounds like there's a belt squeak. All right, let's do. Where's my? We want to do 2. Whoa, not 3, 2. We want to do 2 passes. Too bad, like, the reels actually didn't have, like, an effect on, like, specifically soybeans. Like, if you had it lowered too much, you know, you'd be popping the beans out of the pod if you had it lowered way too far. You know what I mean? Like this serves, like, it's a cool function, but it doesn't serve any, like, to my knowledge, it doesn't serve any purpose as far as where you have it. I mean, you could run that reel all the way up in the air and it has no effect. It looks a little goofy, but if you ran it, you know, where you're supposed to run it in real life, you run it too low, then you run the possibility of busting beans open. If you run it too high, then it doesn't feed in correctly sometimes. So, yeah, too bad there wasn't some sort of effect actual effect that caused. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100%. Like if you physically like you had it too low, you'd lose like yield because you'd be like specifically like with beans and stuff. I'm not sure about wheat, but specifically beans. You know, you'd get the bean pods, you'd pop it, or you know you'd be digging the real into the ground type thing, or yeah, it'd be kind of cool if there was some sort of uh, purpose to it other than the visual. 100%. Do. I really do wish though, like on this map, for whatever reason, um, like there's another farm that's over closer to the town that is more suitable for like, in my opinion, like smaller equipment, and you could like purposely build up your farm. But if you start with this game with a new or not the starting farm, then you lose every single thing on this farm, like even the buildings, the house, all that stuff. But then if you try to start with it like this, and then you try to sell stuff, it says you still own placeables and all that garbage, and I wish that would be changed. And I don't think you necessarily need that large of a bin setup for this particular starting farm. Like give you something a little bit maybe, I don't know, more reasonable in a way, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna have to go grab the tractor, the other tractor. What are you doing here? Why did you just like do that? What? Confused. Why are you not doing two headlands? Oh, the joys of the AI. Well, that's not AI. GPS. The in-game GPS. Oh, you know why? It's because I set it up. I didn't set it up correctly. That is 100% my fault. Now it's going to capture that. I don't want you to capture that, but... Is it going to... Yeah, it pulls that stinking thing over. Whatever. I should set my camera back just a bit. You can see the whole thing. Alright, we could let this guy go. Gotta go grab the other tractor, though. So let's get down to the other end of the field down here. You gotta go grab the, I think I want to go grab like an auger wagon. Yeah, definitely want to go grab an auger wagon, so that way I can maybe let this guy run. We can run the auger wagon for a while with a different truck. Run stuff up to the bin. All right, we'll shut that off. And we got to run. Let's put on super speed. No sense of trying to walk there slowly. Where did that... in here. Let's see. Let's open up our menu. Go here. What was the one I wanted? Right there. That one. We're just gonna buy that one. Yes. That took a little while. Let's see. Tractor. Do we just start switching over things over to like case? Good. The Magnum series. Boom, boom, boom. Do-do-do-do-doom. I could do this. 7140 front wheel. Is that the short wheel or the narrow? Yeah, that's the one we want right there. Front weights. We want all the weights we can get. That and no front loader attachment. So let's just purchase that because we're gonna sell one of the tractors. Buy. Yes. Yes. Back. Yeah, the world would be a better place if I had an MX 250. I don't even think I have one on here, do I? There's the Magnum series. Do 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 do. 245. Get a deer. I mean, why can't we run both? I don't want the wide tires though, do we? Why are those so fat? Big bracket. What's the big bracket? Front PTO. Dun, 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 bum. That's the small one. Is it under the large tractors? Is it this one? Which one is it? So I have, in real life, we run the case. My uncle has got the, I can't remember if it's it might be the 250. MX 250 is what he runs on his planner. See what? So originally for this like live stream playthrough series stuff thing that I was going to try to do was I wanted to run the other farm. So I'll just hop over to the other tractor real quick. Bring this stuff home so we can see it. Whoops. My joystick makes that door open up. All right. And this is actually the actual setup right here. What we have in real life here. Yeah, this is exactly what we have. Except ours is it's an 882 grain wagon is what we run. But basically the same thing. Basically the same setup that we run in the fall time right here. So this is the farm right here that I wanted to start with, right over yonder. It's just a smaller little farm that you could physically build out, like with a little bit smaller equipment and progress down the road. But like I said, when you try to start with a non-new farm or the starting farm, excuse me, coming through. Thank you. It deletes everything on the map, or deletes all the other stuff from the other farm, which is irritating. And I don't know how to fix that because I want the farm to be there. Why are you trying to pass me, bud? Because I don't have my hazards on? Thanks. I've got the hazards on. Excuse me, coming through. So this is the farm I wanted to start off with. God, I don't want to lose the farm that's down the way. I don't want to lose the aesthetics of all the buildings and stuff. I know you could probably build it back, but it's just not the same, you know? Just not the same. Because there's some smaller fields and stuff like that down over here. If I can figure that out, you can't, because it says you have placeables on the land, and then you got to sell all of the frickin' things. Yeah, I've tried it. Yeah, I've tried selling it. It just says that you still have placeables down or something like that. You got to sell it. You gotta sell the placeables. Which I know I could put it back up, but like I said, it's just not the same. Because there's a little bit smaller fields over here. Maybe that's... Oh, Midwest. This is what... maybe I want to start this as a series. Because I was having some issues with... I hopped onto my playthrough that I was doing there. I got 2 videos on with the Ray County thing. And I hopped on it, and all the shaders were all jacked up. Like, the roads looked like the sky and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, well, I don't know how to fix that quite yet. So we're just going to hang tight. We won't even do that yet, so... But since this map is basically out on the hub and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be a little bit more stable with some of that stuff. So that was my thought, is maybe jump over to Elma and do a play series on Elma. Like, start off basically like everybody else. Small. Maybe I could load it up as a multiplayer and play it that way. Could possibly do that. Instead of just a career mode, you just load it up as a multiplayer mode. I haven't tried that yet. Yeah, you physically lose just everything, and I don't want to do that. I hate it. I hate it. And there needs to be a cotton picking. There needs to be a driveway or a road right here that I'll have to put up or something. I don't care for the horses on this big one here. Like, I grew up with horses. I don't want to take care of horses. Is the game audio kind of quiet for you guys? Or is it about perfect? Woo. Woo. You can hear it? Okay. I just looked over at my OBS and it looked a little quiet, but I was kind of zoomed away from the vehicle. What else do I need to get? I need to get some wagons, maybe? I have a wagon, but I don't really care for the one that's over here. I don't really care for this dump styled wagon. Like, I don't like that. To me, that's not a wagon. You know what I mean? Might be a little quiet. Yeah. Tad quiet. Where did my truck go? This one here. I've kind of fallen in love with this. I can't remember if this was the exact, if it was an international S1800, but my grandpa had something very similar to this when I was growing up. But I think the front was red. Like this was red and this was white, so it was just flipped. Almost death. That's my wife. That was mean. My wife sent me a Facebook message, and it had a video it was like a meme that says, "I don't like Facebook memories because it shows me I was wearing the same shirt I was 6 years ago." Back in Nebraska, we always had a lot of farmers that still would much rather run those old straight trucks. They could just the trailer haul more crop. Yeah, there's people around my area that still have these, but it's I could really only think about 2 farmers really in my area. The rest all running semis, 40-foot grain trailers. We run, what is ours, 38-foot trailers just because we got a couple field drives that are very tight to get in with like a 40-footer. I know you're only talking 2 more feet, but 2 more feet actually is quite a bit when you're trying to haul grain out of a field onto a road loaded. Some of the drives can be a little tight for us, but we make it work. See, and like this part right here just confuses the crap out of me. Like you own this like three fields back here, right? But the way that corner's set up kind of drives me bonkers, so that's gonna get redone at some point. So we can, like, during harvest time, we can load up to 90,000 pounds. As soon as the governor basically says, yeah, the governor gives the okay for us to be able to do that here in Iowa. So they got obviously a weight limit right now, but during harvest season, they lift that weight restriction for agricultural use. Yeah, so 80,000 pounds is what you can have loaded on our roads. I'm not, well, on tandems, I'm not quite sure. A lot of farmers around here don't run tandems. A lot of farmers will run just your regular dual axles. But if you run in tandem, a lot of the co-ops around here will run some tandems. They got a few tandem trucks, but not too terribly many of them. But a lot of farmers here don't run tandems just because it gets so hard to come in and out of fields where we're at. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, I'm not sure what the limit is for tandems, like off the top of my head. Yeah, tandem 60k all year except during harvest. 65-70 with pusher. You can run 75-80 on tandems. Pushers. Yeah, like I said, I'm not quite 100% sure, like, the limits as far as what it is here in Iowa on tandems. Yeah, there's a lot of people don't run the tandems here. And see, you don't have to, as an agricultural thing, in Iowa. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get caught. That would kind of suck. We don't have to scale our stuff other than when you scale it, obviously, at the co-op or the elevator. But the DOT can pull that stuff if they want to. If they suspect you're, like, really pushing it type thing. They can do that, but a lot of our stuff, we don't have a whole lot of, at least for us, we don't. It's crazy because for like for us, it's a maximum of 20-mile drive for us from field to. We got an ethanol plant that we haul to, and then we have a like a local it's not local. It's actually not local, but it's a co-op that we haul to. There's a couple places we haul, 4 places we can haul to if we want to. But yeah, the most that our trucks have ever weighed is, I've never had it push the 90,000 ever that I can even remember. But we don't nearly necessarily load it to the max unless we're trying to fit the rest of the field on it. Then we'll kind of load it a little bit fuller, but. See, we should probably get this guy, the AI worker, going here. Work the headlands. He still has to work the headlands. What if we did that? No, because he'll pull up over that. Let's try it. Why not? Screw it. We'll let him do his thing here. We'll hop out. We gotta go bring this up to the yard. Anyways. We're gonna just let him do his thing over there. Yeah, I kind of want to start a series maybe on that other farm on this map. What's my plan for cattle? Well, so this map, you don't start with anything as far as for today's live stream. You don't start with anything inside the building, so we're basically trying to get bales and stuff like that going before. Excuse me. There's already cows in here. It starts with cows on the starting map or the starting farm, but we have nothing to feed them with. So we're just trying to get some straw, get some grass, get some hay, that type of stuff, kind of stockpiled up. So that's kind of the plan for the cattle. But we got to get the preparation for the cattle going. In 22, he had you start with some hay bales and straw and grass bales like that so you could actually start feeding your cows right away. But in 25, he did not put anything in there, so which is fine. Which is completely fine. All right, let's get in the tractor. Let's see. He's down here. What is he doing? What is that guy doing? Do I plan on doing any Angus or meat cows? I'm not quite sure. I haven't really forethought of that far on this here. But in Farm Sim, like the profitable stuff is the milk. But I don't know. I'm running a lot of things in my brain right now as far as like a potential playthrough on this map. With the other farm, not this farm. It's just a little bit smaller, and start off small and just kind of try to build the farm out with the equipment that I actually want to use. But that's not to say that I can't throw some beef cattle in there, stuff like that. But yeah, the beef cattle they're not a big money maker in the game, but it'd still be fun because there's a lot of people that don't do the beef cattle; they just do the milk. Your dairy cattle? But I need to try to figure out because I want to keep the buildings up there, and the way it's all laid out, you can't do a start a different farm because if you do a start from scratch type thing, it takes everything. It's stupid. It takes all the buildings away. Takes all of those buildings away if you don't want to use this farm. Which is fine, but then there's just the aesthetics of everything. It's just kind of shot. You know what I mean? I wish that's one thing that would get changed is you do the starting farm, or you can pick what farm you want, but everything stays. We'll open up the map here. That way I can show you. Actually, I could just fly up. Feed yard play type through about some of the open range cattle for cows, calves, but don't do a lot of, but that would be a lot of hours. Yeah, like the thing, like I enjoy the challenge of the cows and stuff like that. It gives you something to look forward to and do, rather than just come and watch me pick, row crop type thing. But then you get to the same aspect of watch me come bale some hay or, chop silage and, that type of stuff. It's all fine, but you need to give yourself some sort of challenge. And that's kind of the hard part. Here, we'll hop out. I think I got my flight mode on. All right, so this is the starting farm that you come with, but the problem is when you don't start on this one, all of these stinking buildings are gone. It's just a flat land. But you can see where everything sits, which is kind of irritating. But what I was talking about is I think there's only actually two farms on this map, which is that one back there and this one here. But this is the one that I want to start with and do a play series through, I think, on this one. But I want to try to figure out how to keep the stuff up over there. So it's a lot smaller equipment, which is kind of a lot more interesting. Start small and try to grow your farm type thing. It's got a big cattle pasture that you can utilize, stuff like that. This isn't a dairy. I don't think this one's a dairy one. Yeah, I think this is just a regular, but at least, no, it is dairy right there. They got the dairy stuff right there. So it is a dairy one, which is completely fine, but you could throw some beef cattle in there as well. But I kind of want to start a playthrough on this one. But like I said, you do that, then this one, this one here, you could try selling the land, but then it tells you that you still have placeables on the land, and then you got to get rid of them, and then it just doesn't look right. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. But I'm thinking that's the only, unless there's one over here. Might be one over here. This one looks like it might be tiny. That's a little one. That's a little one right there. I didn't even realize this one was over here. Oh, that's pigs. What's up, Chief? How's it going? I totally watched the playthrough on that farm. Yeah, like, so, I got other playthroughs. I mean, if you're bored, there's other videos I got too. I just got to try to figure out how to get it to work. I was thinking load multiplayer and then just bring it into the single player save game. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, is if that would actually work. Should we test it? Because if I can get that to work, then there's going to be a playthrough on this map with that farm over there. And then you just basically leave it. Yeah, you could possibly do that. Let's save this game. I want to try that. Now that my gears are still turning. All right, so quit the game. Yes. I need some more coffee. All right, so. Oh, back. Oops. I don't want to load into that one. My bad. Oh, create a game. I went to the wrong one. Oh, I got too many saved games in here that I'm actually playing. Cancel. I am struggle bussing today on a lot of things. All right, we're going to go... Always go the wrong way. Normal economy. New farmer. 250,000. Elma, Missouri. We're just going to roll with that right now. Test. We're just going to test this right now. I don't even know what the password is. We're just going to leave it. All right. Do not quote me. That should work because you don't start with starting farms in multiplayer. You have to buy them, I'm pretty sure. So you're gonna have to remind me of how to drag that over into. It's the save game file, correct? That I gotta drag over into the another. I've never done this before, Midwest. I'm a virgin, like a virgin. All right, confirm. All the buildings are gone. All the buildings are gone, which is that's dumb. Flight mode. I'm pretty sure I had you to go on there, bud. I don't get it. Like what? Just irritates me. Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst. The worst thing that happens is we just go with it. You know what I mean? But I want to keep the aesthetics. I just don't understand why he wanted to create it to where you can't play other farms. You know what I mean? Like, so, which farmer method did you do? Farm manager or start from scratch? I'm pretty sure just the regular, like when you start. Let's back out. I'm pretty sure it was just your regular. We'll start it. We'll try it again. We'll continue. Empty slot. Elma, new farmer, farm manager. Which one do we do? Farm manager or start from scratch? Farm manager would be, my thought would be like, you get the building, but you don't own anything. Is that how that works? So we'll try it with farm manager then. Continue. Start. Let's see if it works. Which I don't know why. Just leave the stuff on there. You know what I mean? Like, don't have them so you can. Whatever. Whatever, man. Doom. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Farm manager, nothing. And then even when you start with that stuff, huh. Dun, 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 dun. Like I said, you could still run a playthrough with this. It's just I'd really like to keep those buildings up there because it just the aesthetics of it look nice. Yeah. Just keep the things on the map. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be too terribly hard. Maybe I'll message him and say, "Hey, could you make it so you could play on a?" Maybe he'll get offended by it. I don't know. We could try one more thing. We could try one more thing where we could try this. So let's quit. Do you want to end this game without saving? Yes. So let's try. New farmer, farm manager, start from scratch. I'm trying to figure out. So, okay. So why can't, okay, so what I'm thinking of is why can't I start, is there a way to start with the buildings and leave that as its own separate farm, and then under the saved game, you'd create your own farm and go buy that? I mean, I know that's what we were kind of in a roundabout way trying to do. But we've already tried that because then everything was gone though, right? Could you take a career game and put it into a multiplayer game, or you know what I'm saying? So you take your career game, wherever I was at, you take this one here, and you load it into a multiplayer where you could have the starting farm. You'd have all the equipment, but you could sell the equipment, but leave the buildings, and then that farm would just be whatever it is. It's just a farm. You can take a single into a multiplayer. Okay, so how do we do I can message you later, Midwest, on that, because I am not 100% sure on how to do that. I know you got to slide it around in your file folder. So if we started a brand new one, we could start one here. We go to Elma. We could figure this out later too, Midwest. No, open that save game right there. Okay. So open up my save game, this one here. You want me to launch it? Or open it up in my file folder manager? Is that what you're trying to tell me? It in multiplayer? Back. Game. Only zip mods are supported. Okay. Continue. Start. Do. Hey, Midwest, have you ever dealt with anything with like reshade? Ah! Big stretch. Okay, well, the farm is here. Everything is here. Multiplayer. Let's open that up. Okay, I think that's what we're going to have to do right there. Is just open up a saved game file. So that will work. I'll just have to create a brand new one. That way nothing's done here, but we'll continue with this live stream. But it seems like it's working. Now create a farm, then do your thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Ouch. Have you ever messed with reshade? Have you ever had reshade downloaded and messed with it on FarmSim? I've dealt with reshade a little sometimes, and it can be a pain in the butt to try to figure out like how you want everything to look. And it's like, it seems like it's just more of a tinkering thing, but it just popped in my head. Do you use it? Do 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 do. Yeah. And that's what I've kind of thought about doing as well. Like nothing to like change the thing of it, but some of the stuff can be, yeah, sharpened and brightened just a tad. Okay. Do 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 do. On toggle hot off flight mode. Okay. Well, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do because Ray County right now was kind of goofy for me when I first started, but I think I'm going to start a series on this map with this farm right here. All right. Let's see what we get. Do we get anything here? Open? Farmland? Jesus. Do 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 do. You got one field there, and then you got a couple small fields around you. A little halfway decent big field. The shaders weren't working right, so like the roads looked like they were water in the sky when I opened it the other day after the update. I went in to I was gonna kind of start recording. Would you much rather start a series on Ray County or Elma? I got 2 videos on Ray County already. But yeah, that's still in beta. Yeah, I know you can help fix that. I know. I have a series going on Ray County right now. I don't know. Like I like this. I like the ability to have like places you can take stuff though. You know what I mean? And Ray County doesn't quite fully have that yet. You know, if you want to go, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just, it's a complete map. It's done for the most part, but you can go and you can physically deliver stuff places, you know, like you can go buy cattle, you can go. And Ray County, you know, it just doesn't see, it's not completed yet. Elma was one of my favorite things in 22. Biogas plant. All right, so I think I bought this place, didn't I? Apparently I can't open the door or what? What's going on? What happened here? Pretty sure I bought it. Buy. You don't, what do you mean I don't have? I already, oh, it's because I started with 250, dummy. Okay, well, let's just add money to us. Do. Wait. Let's just do, we got 250. We need 500,000. We better just put this to, there we go. Ah, that does that too. Every time. You add money and then it takes the HUD away. And I want the HUD on right now. There we go. 30. I didn't want 35 million. Jesus. I'm telling you, I am struggling this morning. Pretty sure I went like this. What the fuck? Guys, I can't. I'm just going to have to give up today. I cannot function right now. See if I got that right this time. Turn my HUD back on. There. 3.5 million. Good Lord. All right, let's buy this farm. Buy. Okay, we got that farm. Nice. Nice. Thinking you could buy this little plot of land and this little plot of land. Like a so, and then eventually buy these little things here. Bum ba dum ba doo bow ba dum. Moisture. Moisture's high. So what is typical moisture then? Because it's telling me that it's 5.8% moisture. Irrigation off, weathering chance, yield percentage. Perfect moisture is 20%. Ideal moisture is 18. I don't get it. Why is the moisture so bad on this then? Does anybody know? Let's see, can you get rid of, I'm assuming you can get rid of that stuff, can't you? Gotta go into here. Production. You can get rid of that. What else does it get rid of though? That's the other question. Just that? That right there. Eventually that will go. Okay. Well, we got it figured out thanks to Midwest. Thank you, sir. You got a nice little road down here to this field here. Nice. Nice, Gary. Definitely would start with smaller equipment and then hopefully build ourselves up. How many moo-moos do we got? We got, wait. Oh, we got 60. I was like, we got 330? No, we got 60. We only got 60 of them. Is that where that stuff goes there anyways? Yeah, so I'm thinking we run like a, we run some small equipment. International stuff, case. Maybe we'll throw a little small John Deere in there. I don't know. You got to keep the diehards of each side, wondering why did you do that? Keep them on their toes. Yeah, so I think we do that. I want to do a build series on this though, building the farm out. Definitely. You got a grain elevator, you can sell crop. You got a bot, we could potentially put some silos if we want to do haylage. Get rid of this. You could put up some stuff there. Put up a couple little bins to store some of your crops. And I'm thinking this playthrough we make it so we have to struggle. So I think that's maybe my goal. Is they have the financing thing on here. So we'll just demonstrate on this tractor here. So they have a financing thing. We could utilize that to where you finance it. 2%, 6 months, you're going to be paying $10,000 a month for 6 months to pay that off, or a year or 2 years. So then I just purchased that. Oh well. So anyways, we just purchased a tractor that we didn't want to purchase. But you could put it on, instead of easy economy, you put it on like normal, or is it hard, then difficult or something, or difficult? Maybe put it on a normal economy, then everything's a little bit lower as far as what you get for price and stuff like that. But then you got to store things. You could put up a couple silage, or a silage thing. You could run some haylage along with straw bales, things like that. I got it figured out. Gauge. So I'm thinking, yeah, I think we want to do. I think we're gonna start a playthrough on this on Elmo, Missouri, and start with this field right or this farm here. And we're gonna start with like older equipment for like I'm talking like old equipment like the 89 series, maybe some of this stuff. This right here would be Farm Hub, Midwest's model. Got some of that stuff there. You got some older John Deere stuff. So we got some older equipment that we could utilize there. We got a pretty sick. I really do like this here. I like that truck. We have a couple things here. That's a feed truck? And this is a transfer truck of, you can haul a lot of stuff in that. Okay. And then we got stuff to upgrade eventually down the road. Nice. We got some halfway decent. Where did my trailers? We have some Parkers, and we got some options here, guys. We got some options. Oops. What do we got for harvesters? We got the Gleaner series. We could run the Gleaner, or we could run the International like 2388, which is what we had a couple of years ago on the real farm. It might even have been a 2000. It might have been a 2008. Might have been that year, like a 2008 2388. But we have some options there. Good. What do we got for field work stuff? Cultivators. Yeah, we got some smaller stuff here. 4600 V-Shank. Yeah, so we got some smaller equipment we could do. Yeah, so I think I'll I'm gonna try to start a new play series through this one. As much as I like Ray County for how beautiful it is a very nice map. But this will give me more options to be able to play through with that. I help my uncle. I help my uncle do some farming. Do. And we have places to sell stuff, so that'll be a plus. Maybe we could. How many fields are there on this map? 25, 22, 24, 30, 40, 42, 41, 40. Must be 40 maps or 40 fields. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, very nice. Where am I at? There we go. Yeah, so I got some ideas of what we could add to this stuff to help with the playthrough. Most definitely. I think we're going to start with one of those. Oh, yeah. I'm digging it. All right, what do we have for time here? 1 hour and 40 minutes. 10:40. I do need to get going here, guys, because I have I gotta get ready for a wedding, so I need to get going. But that guy's waiting for somebody to pick him up. Okay, well, this was kind of a random, weird live stream today, but thank you guys for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Midwest, for the help here. We get some stuff figured out. So, yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, put on the notification to all notifications. That way, you get everything that gets posted, whether it's a community post or anything like that. So, thank you guys for hanging out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys have a good day. Peace.